grand finals. We are back here, Pokemon Stadium, the true neutral. Both players
starting with the parry.
Only one ultimately can win. And Leo already.
Oh my goodness! Already going for the forward smash by the ledge.
Okay, I think that's good.
The true neutral. Both players.
Yeah. Okay. So basic for Ike, getting grab, doing down throw, always leads to a follow up. So as an Ike player, good combo starter at low mid damage. Upper into fair, that's good.
Already going for the forward smash by the ledge.
Going for that frame one
If I recall correctly, I only was watching this like a little bit while it was happening because I was streaming at the same time. But this is something I feel like Leo got away with quite a lot. The thing is, if you're getting away with something against someone, like, and it's like working out for you, you can keep doing it. The most important thing, like for good players, is to mix it up once your opponent like knows how to counter it or can exploit it. But these type of approaches from Ike or any sword fighters with like, you know, one hit fair, one hit nair, these type of things, it's going to be very important to learn how to parry and get a proper counter. After you parry a lot of moves, it opens up for so many things. Obviously, it depends on what characters you have. Can be down tilts, can be grabs, can be you know, rapid jabs, can be smash attacks sometimes. So really important, because I know a lot of people are like, Ike, you spam nair and you win the match. It's like, what about parry? It's like, you know, a lot of people are just like, no, nair, Ike is broken. Yeah, parries on projectiles are not as good, but yeah, still. There, back here. That was a little bit of a weird choice. I guess it was a little bit of a weird angle. But yeah, sending with backer, having stage control. Yeah. Leo is getting away with all, like, a lot of them already. I could see. I'm not quite sure, but I could see if Peach has the turnip in her hand, then maybe the parry punishes are not as scary, because if you're holding a turnip, you can't do a down tilt, for example. I haven't checked out the frame data, but that could be something to keep in mind. I know in Melee, for example, if you're holding a turnip and people are attacking you at low damage, you didn't have to be as worried when you're playing as Peach, because she couldn't crouch kiss on down smash while holding a turnip. So that might be something that Leo labbed out in advance.
He is absolutely on a roll when we saw him play Salem, and that's going to be something that we're going to be seeing against Samsora, as Samsora's been using these turnips to his advantage to absolutely put up pressure on his opponents.
Yeah, that's a bread and butter for Peach. Down throw backer works against, like, I think literally every single character in the game. Really basic, gives a bit of damage, puts them in the corner often. Because in this game, since you can't run through people, that's like an additional option to like make, you know, stage positioning extra powerful in this game. So keeping people in the corner, very important. Damn, so many punishes. That upper from Ike is also like crazy strong, actually. Oh. That was a little bit of a weird decision here. Like, so Leo is running off from the platform and trying to attack by the ledge. The only thing he, in this situation, unless he was just very off by the timing, was to predict Samsora to either stay in shield or jump up. But since Samsora is running towards the center stage here, he's getting underneath Leo, and now he has the advantage. So a lot of times when you attack from platforms and come down at an opponent, especially if they're cornered, you really need to be aware of the fact that sometimes they might have enough time to run under you, which puts you in a bad position. he didn't really get anything out of it, but it was still like stuff like that might, you know, hurt in the long run.
His pressure with all the aerials that he has that would further extend his pressure.
Yeah, that's good by Leo. After he gets hit here, I like the fact that he starts charging the side B right away, because if you interrupt the side B, you can like often kill Ike if you go off stage, but Samsora already have quite a lot of damage, so if he gets hit by the move, he might die. I'm not quite sure exactly how strong it is, but still. The thing is also Ike goes faster the longer he charges, so it's harder to like time your moves to beat the side B. But that's also one thing I think will happen with Ike in the future, is that people are going to get better at, you know, counter his side B with like a fair, a backer, or, you know, any type of moves. So I think edge guarding against Ike will be getting better in the future for sure.
Pressure with all the aerials that he has to use that horizontal recovery to get back.
I'm really not surprised right now that the two characters who are in these grand finals are these two super huge range.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I talked about just a second ago. Actually, it was the same damage. He's tried to challenge the side B, and boom, he dies.
Gosh, he just slapped him in the
So yeah, that's something to be aware of at high damage for sure.
Care if it's winky face. Who are you winking at?
That's a good edge card.
Was that fair? I don't care if it's winky face.
Yeah, here's kind of the mix-up between air dodge or no air dodge. Like, right here, if Leo did air dodge here, he would have made it back. But, of course, it's always easy to say afterwards, right?
Who are you winking at? Who are you winking at? Was that fair? Slapping him silly. Oh my God.
Forward air entry.
Yeah, that's one thing I do agree with Fuzzy. I do think Peach's turnips might work really good against Ike's side B to the ledge, kind of like Fox's side B to the ledge. It was one of these tournaments in Texas. I don't remember the name of the tournament, but it was a Peach and Fox in grand finals, and the Peach player was using these turnips to cover illusion to the ledge. He didn't capitalize afterwards when Fox had to up B below the stage, but yeah, throwing a turnip so it covers like around this area can most likely be really good against Ike as well. At the very least, at higher damages, when the turnip pushes him away a little bit so he can't make it back afterwards.
Right now, Samsora knows Ike. He's heavy. He's at early percent. Can I get a down to come in here? But the nair. Oh, Leo empty hop and up air for Samsora back to the stage. Right now, weaving underneath the platform. They know how important it is. They know how important one small open post.
It's also really hard as Peach to try to dance around swords, especially Ike's sword. Covers so much, like the empty hop into shield, defensive from MkLeo.
Samsora right now just saw if he has a space, he will blow a turn up, but not right now. You need to hit him away from
Yeah, Leo is also doing a lot of... he is not really getting punished for it too much yet either. It's like aerials, and if he spaced them badly, he buffers shield. And that's because then he avoids aerials. That's pretty common. If you're afraid of like an immediate attack. So you do an aerial, you buffer shield, and you shield their attack, and then maybe you can get something out of it from that situation.
even with a two jab. Doesn't feel safe enough because that
Yeah, that's strong.
way first before you pull it because you need to have that room. Even with a two jab, doesn't feel
Yeah.
safe enough.
Both Nair and down tilt from Ike is really good to set up for up air. And that move is, yeah, really strong, as you can see. 83% beforehand. And peace.
Why? How easy it is for Ike right now to find these up airs. It's devastating.
There's actually
The thing is though, like this set already is like, what is it, like a week and a half, 2 weeks old. So I feel like already like some of these stuff like is gonna be much more exploitable now in the like now and in the future, especially with parries, as talked a little bit about earlier.
when she's trying to
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think parry will mean like, oh, you can never use aerials. It's just more like it's gonna be more mix-ups.
Cutting through all of these moves like butter.
Like, how do you time your aerials, and sometimes just falling down and grab.
Trying to find him coming down, but MkLeo using that sideways air dodge to get to the platform to safety.
I would say one of the only
Oh yeah, I would have liked to see the turnip there.
Sideways air
I think it should work. I think it should work to yeah, cover this area with turnip. Hopefully it does at least.
One of the only players that I've been seeing so far use it to his advantage, and the neutral get up into up B. Okay.
Ooh.
Players that I've been seeing so far use it to his advantage, and the neutral get up into up B. Okay.
It does come
That was yeah, that turned out good. That turned out good.
Into up B.
Yeah.
Okay.
He outweighted the air dodge. In this game as well, like even though air dodging is nerfed from Smash 4, which is a good thing if you ask me, Leo is waiting out the air dodge, throwing out the nair here, leading to up tilt. He couldn't convert it, or he could have, but he didn't convert it further. But that was a good position for him. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the waveland he did here. I feel like,
does come out quite fast.
yeah.
The neutral get up into up B. Okay.
Honestly, I would rather have seen him stayed on the ground here and then try to charge the landing. Now when he moved up in the air, it was hard for him to get anything out in time, especially while keeping Samsora above rather than to the side. Because the only thing here, when Samsora drifts to the side now, would have been fair. Getting me off stage is fine, but I would rather have Samsora above, most likely. That might also be me underrating the ledge trumping aspect. But yeah, when you do shark people, it's very important that you don't overcommit. Like you are like too close in terms of the vertical distance. You don't want to be like super close to your opponent from a vertical standpoint, because that makes it much easier for them to like not only get down, but maybe even hitting you in the process, right?
It does come up quite fast.
And yeah. Yeah, MkLeo, yeah, he even died for it. So yeah, right here, I would rather see him on the ground and then try to like work from there. Now when he went up, Waveland, while being, you know, decent in this game, is not super fast. Samsora gets below him and then kills him. So he overcommitted a little bit. Oh, and there was the turnip. That was the turnip. That was good.
He's alive though.
He's alive, but we're talking about these turnips from Samsora.
Oh,
And
Ooh, he still made it back.
though.
he's alive, but we're talking about these turnips.
It looks like Samsora expected him to be dead here. I feel like what he should have just done was like, he might have been eating a tiny bit of damage in the process, but going out there used to like fret the fact that he might, you know, hit Leo, because Leo is pretty much forced to air dodge here, and he air dodged to the side, which has a lot of lag. So this should have been a kill, if you ask me.
Turnips from Samsora,
Oh,
and
no.
even trying to use his counter to catch MkLeo, but MkLeo's
Oh,
and
no.
even trying to use his counter to catch
Good cross up by Leo, landing behind, so he can't get grabbed.
MkLeo, but
At least not without like a parry.
oh my,
So yeah, landing behind people with aerials is really good, taking away a simple grab, or at least a mix-up between like, you know, if they spot dodge and get a grab.
MkLeo's DI is extremely good. He went to the top. As you know, if you get hit by a move that sends you to the far side, you want to go to act. He went to the top. As you know, if you get hit by a move that sends you to the far side, you want to go.
Yeah, again, landing behind with aerial. And this time, yeah, again, Leo buffers shield as he lands. So that's something that I'm not sure if Samsora is going to pick up on this over the course of the set, but that seems to be one thing that Leo likes to do a lot. It's a good option, and he seems to get away with it a lot. So, as I said, can't blame someone for doing the same thing a lot of times if you get away with it.
The most distance out of the hypotenuse of that angle, but it is 1-1 right now. Samsora not going down without a fight. Still at 73, high but not too high. Can he get
Ooh,
one?
yeah, that was good spacing.
These famous Samsora chains we've been seeing all tournament. He's getting grabbed the forward air.
Yeah, he got punished for pulling out that turnip. Samsora floating around the ledge. He doesn't
Ooh.
want to do aggressive option into MkLeo, especially as he waits by the ledge for him.
Great use of up air in neutral. As MkLeo comes down, that won't quite kill, but the next nair will lead into a kill combo. And now Samsora needs to be more careful. Quite kill, but the next nair will lead into a kill combo. And now Samsora needs to be more careful than ever.
You see it right here, not just a nair, but a back air by the ledge. He's do it.
I think that was probably a misclick, but that
It started
put him in a really bad position, eating a lot of damage
Very
now.
scary situation to be above
Oh,
Samsora.
the soft nair to come up with it. Oh, the
That
back
back
air.
air, but Samsora DIs.
Leo at a magic percent. You do not want to contest a man at 69. Here's that 125. Still staying alive. The Nair comes out. Oh, big thing
Yeah, that side is actually pretty hard to punish.
staying alive. The Nair comes out. Oh, big thing that up smash. That 125. Still staying alive. The Nair comes out.
I actually feel like maybe you should just like, in this scenario, you just try to move away quite a lot. Because if Ike goes above you, especially with a slow character like Peach, it's gonna be hard to punish it. And it's not like once you have charged Ike's side B to a certain point, that's the minimum distance you will have to like travel, right? Like maybe you land on a platform in the process or whatever, but it's not like you can like, how do you say, like, it's not like you can go back on the charge distance. So I'll probably have liked to see Samsora run a little bit closer to center stage. But that's just like, yeah,
Oh, big thing that up smash.
what crossed my mind.
that he actually had missed
Ooh,
the ledge.
almost.
Covering from down below. Oh my God,
Yeah, Leo has a hard time. Oh, he had a hard time this match to get much out of the fact that Samsora was on the ledge. I can't blame him because I personally suck at that myself currently. But it seems to be like one of the deciding factors, and that up smash was really good.
that fair.
Because yeah, we've seen Leo approach with like a lot of full hop aerials, and yeah, this time Samsora snuck under with an up smash, so that was really good. That was really good.
Caught MkLeo from trying to cross him up with an aerial.
Hold your
He
horse.
knew. Staying grounded, using the up.
Leo. Dude, I want to see it.
Are we going to see a reset?
You know what? I'm calling it.
Ooh, yeah, these punishes are so brutal.
Are we going to see a reset?
You know what? I'm calling it. After right.
Dude, that down tilt from Peach reminds me of Melee. It's just like,
After right now. After seeing these
yeah,
games.
Oh my, the explosion here.
the upper is really good too. Like these have, if you're a Peach main, you should really just like lab these combos. The damage output is like so crazy to be honest. You see like Nair leads to down tilt leads to up air, and it's a multi-hit move, so you can like put out the move, and before it finishes, you can like land on the ground to drag them down, and they get another down tilt.
Oh my,
It's like,
explosion here from
this combo could have extended even further, but he still got 54 damage. And you see, now he starts again.
here from Samsora from all these
Down tilt, up air, down tilt.
Provide
The platform interrupted there, but yeah, as I said, damage output crazy good for Peach in this game. Down tilt, you have to respect it. I wonder, I'm not quite sure how fast it is, like frame wise, but if parry down tilt is even like remotely viable against, you know, common aerials and shield, that would be so scary. That would be so scary, to be honest.
following MkLeo on these platforms with these up airs. What's
Oh, a little bit overcommitted on that sharking. The first up air was really good here. One thing I like when it comes to sharking people when they're above is trying to hit with the very, very tip of your hitbox. Because even if you miss, you are in a better position to like not let them get back to a good position. So this was a perfect up air. Perfect spacing.
on these platforms?
This time a little bit overcommitment on the second up air. But the first one was really good. I like that up air.
These platforms with these
I feel like he probably expected Leo to drift towards center stage with the second up air.
with these up airs and these nair.
I don't think those moves are supposed to work like that, but they do.
They cover
Ooh, overcommitted a little bit.
Leo using Ike and covering so much space, but Samsora placing himself at the right spot at the right time. Leo using Ike and covering so much space, but Samsora they cover so it's like we're talking about MkLeo.
Yeah, I think this is like second or third time when Leo charges the side B and just goes like above Samsora and gets back to center stage almost for free. It's a bit of a tricky scenario though, probably for a character like Peach too, because Peach isn't super fast. So Leo probably would not have made that option unless Samsora went very high in the first place. So it's more layers to it than it might look like at first.
Right spot at the right time.
Winky face not connecting with turn kill right there, but right now,
Ooh.
double the percent lead that he has against MkLeo. The up smash again.
Yep. That's how Samsora finished off the first match. A lot of full hop aerials. Not short hop aerials, but a lot of full hop aerials from Leo. And again, Samsora got under him. And boom.
He's gonna be using so much that it's worked wonders for him so far.
And this is what happens when you have a discussion recovery in the middle of the fight. Really gonna charge in front of Samsora like that.
Yep, down tilt.
Pat punishes. That
Not a super good punish there, but still a little bit of damage. He got a reverse on the nair. I don't think that was intended.
like that goes behind him. Pat punishes that whip on the smash attack.
Okay, good use of nair to fair there. But remember, that's only going to kill Peach around 110. Missing that photo completely, but it's okay. In the back air,
Ooh, that was good.
Peach around 110. Missing that photo completely, but it's okay.
Yeah. Very, very common concept. I think I talked about it a little bit in the Leffen versus Gluttony set review I did. It was like, we can see here, he's hitting one backer, and instead of like Leo trying to land on the ground or going off stage, you can see that after first backer, he jumps again, and Samsora is ready to cover it. Really common. People get hit, they don't want to land on the ground, they jump again. Very common.
Once again, 3 of them.
Oh, covers with another backer as well.
Yup, he had to use side B in that instant. If Samsora hit him,
Oh, good backer.
he'd been dead, but they're able to take Samsora's stock right there.
At that early percent, I think he was willing to hit that side B.
But they're able to take Samsora's stock right there.
At that early percent, I think he was willing to
Oh, even a grab there. It didn't even look like Leo could have spot dodged.
at that early.
Yeah, no, I don't think he could have spot dodged. So that looked very unsafe on shield, actually.
I think he was willing to hit that side B, but that's the
So yeah, parry down tilt would most likely have worked.
5%.
Like, obviously would not have been good at that high damage, just like, you know, that's an option overall.
For what that was, Leo might have messed up his recovery gun a little too short, and now Samsora with a full stock lead going into
Yeah,
game 2.
bread and butter from Ike, down throw.
And now Samsora with a full stock lead going into game 2.
And this time, since Samsora is so close to the ledge, you can kind of like, you have to pick your poison here. Either you try to like DI out and you get fared, so you're off stage, or you DI in and Leo have to go for an up air. And yeah, I think Samsora valued like the risk reward being better for him to use takes up air and try to come down rather than go off stage. He also has like a huge lead, so I can totally see it. Like, you know, because the decision making in Smash, or any game for that matter, if you have the lead or being behind, it changes like, how do you say, it's not as worth it to go for risky things if you have the lead, because you're already winning. And even if Samsora is getting a little bit outplayed, he has 2 stocks to work with compared to Leo's 1. So reducing like comeback situations can be very good when you're in the lead,
What a turnaround
if that makes sense.
compared to any other player who was trying to face and contest MkLeo. He's the only one, maybe besides 8-Bit Man, player who was trying to face and contest MkLeo. He's the only one, maybe besides
Yeah, Samsora keeps getting away from the ledge a lot. I would not be surprised if that changes in the last matches of this set, since Leo wins. Because that seems to be like the main thing that's like he's struggling with currently.
yet, even on Town and City.
Let's see if he gets something here. Oh, he got a kill here. That's good. That's good.
Even on
I love it when I'm like doing these set reviews and I point something out and then like shortly after the player picks up on it. That's good.
Yup, with the up air as well, closing out Samsora's second stock. We have a dead even game here.
can't believe how close to the down tilt nair. Down
Oh
tilt.
yeah, the train.
We have a dead even game here.
Can't believe how close to the down tilt nair. Down tilt
This
nair.
is 0
Nair.
to 70. 70.
Yeah, so much damage. Look at this.
Closing out Samsora's second stock. We have a dead even game here.
Can't believe how close to the down tilt nair. Down tilt
This
nair.
is 0
Nair.
to 70.
I love the fact how Samsora, when he's doing these combos, he's like leaning in.
0 to 70. 74. Taking out MkLeo by the blast zone, but he still manages to recover up high. Doesn't want to have another Salem situation.
Ooh, okay. MkLeo got away with it. That looked risky. This turnip throw looked very, very
Nair to back air
iffy, but yeah, he got away with it.
that are coming out. This might be an Ezra situation. Winky
Oh,
face.
that's a good turnip.
He's two. He's
Oh, he barely made it back.
situation. Winky face.
I'm not quite sure how it works on Ike's up B. But I feel like this probably could have converted into a move. But he might have thought that Leo was dead already. Or he didn't just not want to risk it. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if you committed to that turnip, like going with the turnip and not pull back, I feel like this might have connected into an aerial. I might overvalue the hit stun though.
Oh, this spot dodge. Great awareness by Samsora. We now have a chunky swordsman at 136. It will be enough for Fair to kill him.
Sneaking in the fair.
Samsora, now the 2-0 leading grand finals.
H-Box, you're a wizard. You are a wizard.
I am not.
This is going to get reset, and you are a wizard.
I just calls it as I sees them. Samsora playing the best smash of his entire career, all the way from.
Yeah, I also feel that Fuzzy that he probably should have gone off stage after that that turnip because Leo had no jump. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how the up B, like if you always die first against Ike if he gets you. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I have only played the character like maybe 10, 15 games. I think you die first. I think you die first. But overall, I feel like also like the more used people get to this game, people will get out of the mentality that it's risky to go off stage. It's like, yeah, sure, you can die, but like the reward is also like very big sometimes. Like I've seen edge guard situations that are like a 99% chance that you should get the kill, and a lot of people argue that, oh, but you might die. It's like, well, if it's a 1% chance that you die, but a 99% chance that you win by doing this, you should go for it, even if you have a bit of a lead.
No one is allowed to send Samsora looking for Samsora.
Going back town and city, MkLeo confident in his pick, confident they can use his very three widely spread platforms to find the answer he needs. Three widely spread platforms to find the answer he needs.
All of this damage from Leo. Trying to space Samsora out. And I like how he retreats back towards the ledge.
Ooh, that was really good. That was really quick as well.
And I like how he retreats back towards
So he lands this fair and immediately turn around backer. Backer really strong since further out than a fair would do or nair. So that was really good.
Samsora thinks he's safe.
See, sometimes when you land a move, you want to just turn around very, very quickly and do a backer instead. Obviously character dependent, but oh. Yeah, Leo has been starting to punish these side Bs. We saw it from the ledge earlier when he got a kill in the last match, and now he waited it out. Yeah, this percentage he won't combo from the grab against Peach. Yeah. Yeah, if you main Ike, you should practice all of these like kill confirms, moves leading into this. This is what you want to know. I guess every character, when it works, how it works. Nair into up air, nair into up air, down tilt into up air. That needs to be like, you know, labbed out. I can't really give specific percentage windows because it's so many different like weight classes, but very important. Getting quick early kills is so important in Smash. You don't want your opponent to live up to like 200% and shit, you know? Yeah, I feel like Toad doesn't. It's not worked out a single time. It seems like Toad against Ike at the very least. It's just more of like your opponent needs to be, you know, spacing their up B properly. I feel like this is more of a move that works against people that haven't like practiced their up B spacing or whatever. But it seems like it's not going to be a good idea against good players because it's quite laggy, and then you eat the move for it. The risk reward simply does not seem worth it. Because I feel like a player like Leo should never miss their up B spacing.
Samsora has found speedy options that they can use right now. Both come out so quickly. Turnip, Samsora has found
That was a good snipe.
both come out so quickly. And the turnip, Samsora are the two speedy options that they can use right now. Both come out so quickly. And the turnip, Samsora has
Yeah, that was a really good turnip.
both come out so quickly. And the turnip, Samsora has found an answer to that side B. Why should I go out there?
Yeah, that turnip pretty much blocked everything. He could have gone above it, but Samsora should have been able to punish that as well. Yeah, down tilt. Down tilt's so good with like.
Still speaking wonders right,
That's actually annoying that that side B is like so good on shield.
still speaking wonders right now, but maybe
That's actually a bit stupid.
out. He gets a grab. He gets two back here.
Oh my
Wait. Maybe Samsora can even it out. He gets a grab. He gets two back here.
Oh, I like that. I like that one by Samsora. He does the backer. We talked about people jumping immediately, you know, after they get hit sometimes. But Leo is not doing that. He's actually delaying it, but Samsora is still ready for it and then gets him.
Wait. Okay, Leo makes it back. He almost had to give an early percent right there.
That would have been such a crazy turnaround for Samsora in that instance. He does get that nair into the up air, but it's not going to do it yet. For Samsora in that instance, he does get that nair into the up air, but it's not going to do it yet.
The few again, just right out of
Nair into the up air, but crazy turnaround for Samsora in that instance. He does get that nair into the up air, but it's not going to
It's quite a few questionable turnip throws by Leo. I guess Ike isn't really the best character to use the turnips, but yeah, he still got the up tilt, so I can't like, you know, be too harsh on it. But it seems to be quite questionable. I guess he's not too used to like those type of characters, since he almost always plays sword characters, which is very understandable because he's really good with sword characters. Oh, that was really good.
jump on that platform, and these bears coming out. It's the nair.
Yeah, look at this. This is a good play for sure. He throws out his up air. Samsora air dodges it, right? Because he doesn't want to die or at least get hit, right? But even though he air dodges, Leo still is back on the ground and grabs him before he can act out of it. So that was a very good play. Those type of situations is also something you want to look out for. If you can get a move that covers air dodge, but you can still punish them even if they air dodge, that's fantastic.
Is that kill?
Oh no, he just jumped right out of it. He's not even going to try to contest him, but he's still contesting him by this platform. I'm scared, H-Box.
I'm pretty tense right now. I just don't know exactly what Samsora is doing sort of differently here. Well, rather, what MkLeo has found. He might have seen something, a pattern of Samsora that he's taking advantage of. It was that, honestly, if we add another stock to Samsora's count, it's an even game. It shows just how much mental damage that first zero death did. And MkLeo now using his lead to full advantage, saying, "You're coming to me, Mrs. Princess. You are coming to my castle, and I am the dragon.
Yep, and
You're coming to
Yeah,
me.
another one.
You are coming to my castle, and
Landing aerial, buffer shield.
Yep, and my up tilt is the answer here as they traded, but Samsora sending MkLeo off stage, almost getting that turn up. Leo doing a really good job out of avoiding him for the most part.
last part of up air seems to connect. He can't take any 1% right here. He needs. Oh man, it is gonna be.
Oh,
hard, and
that's
I
good.
know MkLeo. He's saying no one for real. No one. I will take this to a game 4. I'll stay right there. And now the question, of course, is will Samsora stick to his guns, going to the same stage over and over again, or will we actually see some bans here?
Different stages?
Different stages, different graces.
Nope, still in there.
He just loves PS2.
As long as they just rotate the music, you know, I'll be okay with it.
Hey, 2-1 still in this set. Try and not let that really incredible game 3 by MkLeo phase him. He says, I gotta get back to what I was doing the first 2 games. I gotta get back. I got to not get 0 to death. Nice near to jab. Get back to what I was doing the first 2 games. I gotta get back. I got to not get 0 to death. Nice near to jab. It doesn't fight just quite fine an early string yet. I got to not get 0 to death. Nice near to jab. It doesn't fight just quite fine an early string yet.
Yeah, that's
Nice
yeah.
near to jab. It doesn't fight
Samsora got the grab earlier against this, so makes sense. Turnip,
both players still be
throwing turnip
aware.
works against it as well.
Openings are each single time. We're seeing things that neither player was doing.
Yeah, down throw.
Fair to start up that
Ooh, that's good.
openings are each single time. We're seeing things that neither player was doing even in game 1. A fair to start up that
Almost gets the grab.
quite hit. A little too low for Leo to reach.
Yeah, we saw from the last game, Leo dealing a good amount of percentages strictly from those triple
Yeah, still so many buffered shield after landing. But this time Samsora had the turnip, so he couldn't grab.
100% just strictly from those triple pairs that we saw over there. But he's still trying to contest it with the snare, fading back, making
Oh.
approach him. But he's still
It didn't work out that time, but I still like the idea by Leo here. I'm gonna go back a little bit to show you guys. So he jumps up here, and most people probably expect an aerial here, like a fair or nair. But instead of throwing out an aerial, he lands and tries to go for a grab. These type of things will be good against people trying to parry in the future. But Samsora was onto it that time and punished it. It was still a decent attempt. Still a decent attempt.
Percents are even right now. Tension is also even. Both these players know exactly this is the final, potentially final set of the tournament. Unless Samsora's ending this game, the
Yeah, up tilt's really good for Ike as well. You can't attack him from above if he's doing that move. You have to come in from the side.
fair. The
no
meaty
land
part.
zone. There is a no land zone here against MkLeo as he manages to catch Samsora off stage there.
I love the fact that Leo found that meaty hit that forward there. Anything else might not kill, but the very end of it, that's going to do all the work that you need.
Especially so close to the blast zone. Character like Peach.
Oh, that's a good down tilt.
Down tilt into fair once again, keeping Samsora off stage. Character like Peach.
Yeah, that down tilt covered both for mistech, taking place, and tech roll away.
Down tilt into
That was really good.
again, keeping Samsora off stage. Not a great spot.
Samsora, and just from the player, kind of can tell he's looking frustrated. He's looking, why is this not working anymore? Why does he keep hitting him? And why can't I kill this blue-haired devil? Forward air coming out, still safe. Turn doesn't hit. He whiffs to punish. Oh
And that
no!
was the punish, but Leo getting so much off of that nair on the platform.
And just showing how heavy Hike is. How
Ooh,
heavy
good
Hike is.
turnip.
Two
Ah.
side Bs, he makes it back on. He looks for the nair trade, but doesn't quite find it.
The buffer shields.
Side Bs, he makes it back
The
on.
buffer shields.
Nair trade, but doesn't quite find it. The shields are whittling down.
You saw Samsora went for the up smash. He knows that Leo is going to be jumping around his shield.
I love the fact that Leo is incorporating wave landing into his play on these platforms. That subtle movement might be the difference between stock and saving it. Landing into his play on these platforms. That subtle movement might be the difference between stock and saving it.
And you see
His play.
Yeah, this is the second time Leo tries to attack from platform, falling down, attacking the corner, but Samsora sneaks under and he gets the stage positioning.
he's actually just closing in space in general to try to cross up Samsora and also try to overextend on his combos. He does get hit by
A little bit of an early
still
turnip.
back to the stage. He's at 200%.
206. One of the highest that we've seen a perfect shield. And then there will do it right there from Samsora. Still at 71. We've seen him win these early on. As long as it's not at 100, it still is almost an even game. But it's looking grim right now as he goes to the stage. And MkLeo barely getting hit by that Peach Bomber. Adair will continue it. And that soft, tiny, really quick up air didn't quite connect, but that would have been the start.
Ooh, that was a really, really good turnip throw.
That soft, tiny, really quick up air didn't quite connect, but that would have been Peach Bomber
Yeah,
Adair
that turnip interrupted the aerial. You can see that the move is about to come out here, but he doesn't quite get it out in time, and the turnip, boom,
However, he did find a turn at
starts the punish.
And now a grab with Toad getting involved in back air. And now the percents are virtually even.
Yeah, that's that bread and butter you were talking about. That down throw into back air. And Samsora just trying to space himself out with his very own fairs on shield. But maybe rolling behind MkLeo wasn't a good idea as he gets sent off stage here.
Didn't quite go for the upper. But the back air would do with the forward air comes out first. Oh my goodness. They're they're staying so far away from each other. They know. They know what's coming.
Who's gonna
They're staying.
This is something a lot of people also need to get used to, as a lot of times with a lot of moves in this game, if you attack someone's shield, what a lot of people do is they grab, right? Because in other Smash games, hitting shields have been less safe than in this game, so you can use grab for free in many situations. But in this game, a lot of moves you actually can spot dodge beforehand, so it becomes a mix-up between spot dodging / rolling and staying in shield, for example. It's more stuff you can do as well, but it's very common to see now that people land with an aerial and buffer spot dodge, and someone whiffs a grab, and then they get a punish instead, or at least advantage in the situation.
But the
So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is like just like spamming shield grab is not as good against aerials, unless the aerial is unsafe. But it's a lot of like learning which moves are safe on shield and which ones are not, and if delaying them makes them safe or not as well.
Distracting, oh, like the fact that Samsora contested that with a down air, especially at 77%, no fear from the up air.
I feel that up smash might come out. I feel a strong, super, just high brave move might come out. He's at rage right now too. 139, almost full rage. 154 will be full rage for Ike. You do not want to get by basically anything that Leo opts. Rage. 154.
Yeah, again, Leo charging side B.
Ike, you do not want to get by basically
Samsora backs off, probably afraid of dying, or at least taking damage, being quite a bit behind. That dash tech almost killed, but not quite. Ooh, that side B. That's actually pretty fast. Yeah, that's really fast. That looks hard, really hard to react to.
Soaring right past Samsora. Here on shield.
Oh my goodness. This download from MkLeo right now. And the forward air still not enough to kill.
Gets a
the
bomb.
Careful.
Gets a bomb.
Careful, SpongeBob.
He
Careful,
killed himself.
SpongeBob. Oh
He hit
no.
MkLeo at the same time,
Oh,
blowing
no.
himself up.
Samsora looking not happy with that. That's
Disheartening at times.
coming to a screeching halt potentially. Unless he can hold his momentum, hold his mentality, and know he's one match away of resetting potentially the greatest Smash Bros. Player right now. Or Smash Ultimate player, rather.
Double spot touch coming from Leo, avoiding Samsora from opening up with those explosive down tilts that we saw.
Oh,
Leo avoiding Samsora from opening up with those explosive down
pretty good. Goes over the dash attack, gets a punish for it.
combo.
He had a back air into a side tilt. I think
Yeah, a lot of things in this match is like not like. It's a lot about knowing like what movement and what options beats what. Like I feel like a lot of people when they ask me about Smash is like they want one answer that works in every situation, and that's not really how it works. It's more like, oh, if my opponent does this, I want to do this. So you need to like study and learn what options beats what. Very, very important. And well, yeah, shown off some examples so far at the very least.
her a little bit, but he does find a nice back down from the back air, keeping Ike above him, but then Leo staying right below.
Ike's backer is actually a bit harder to land than Leo makes it look like. So that's good usage of the move.
I like the fact that Samsora is just kind of spacing himself now, following Leo, but not necessarily trying to overextend at the same time, as you saw right there, getting out of the platform, out of that situation. Doesn't want to find himself getting nair there.
Oh,
Getting out of the platform, out of that situation. Doesn't want to find himself getting nair there.
If Leo likes his platform so much, I'm wondering why Samsora doesn't just throw a turn up and then
Always to catch him.
below, exactly, cover both up and high and low. With the
Especially
same,
since we've been seeing Leo actually recover with that side B a lot, especially past the ledge, but the back air setting him off stage. He threw out the turnip just in case he was
Oh.
the ledge, but the back air setting him off stage. He threw out the turnip just in case he was going to the ledge.
that was actually pretty quick.
Back air setting him
That was actually pretty quick. Yeah. And then he's quickly down.
just in case he was going to recover up high.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first people I've seen use that option from ledge. But actually looked pretty fast.
Actually had hit.
Probably gonna be relatively useful at least.
how high this percent that MkLeo has been living at? 200, 180, 190. It's just like,
Ooh. Yeah, that was good. Oops.
Leo has been living at 200, 180, 190. It's just like, how this percent that MkLeo has been living at? 200.
Yeah, Leo landing behind shield, getting backered. Yeah, that time I didn't get the shield out in time. I wonder if it was him not buffering shield or...
Right now, Samsora
Yeah.
hoping to keep this lead. The first stock that he's had was about 2 games ago.
Guys in tank, spacing with these aerials.
Good up there. Ooh, so close.
Very scary situation, but great air dodge from Samsora. And these are the platforms that we were
Dude, so much shields.
Great near the back air. He's still going to live at 113. And right now, oh, I like that. See how he's sort of using his own short jump up ledge to play too. Using that forward air, using off
Yeah, that's another thing I've noticed Leo have done a lot. This one he has actually gotten punished for a bit more. Is like after he lands a move, he likes to dash away pretty much every time. And then Samsora like goes extra far to hit his dash away. That's a very common concept. Like if he will dash away from you, you want to like go extra far to land your move.
For MkLeo, evening up the stocks right now. Samsora is getting a lot of these turnips out, but a lot of them are going to shield. But notice the one time it hits, gets a nice dash attack into it. What are we going to see from MkLeo here? Nice bread and butter down throw forward there. It only does 19 though. Peaches actually does more. Good parry.
Perry that Leo has been displaying all of this top 8.
When you land, good parry.
Yeah, quite a few punish on landings now as well. Leo is landing, you know, with his aerials. Samsora standing out of range, getting the turnip throw, getting a little bit of damage in.
Player, it's a great time to hit them. When you land a parry against the projectile, it's not exactly this time for you to go in. You saw that this
That's why you saw he decided to be patient.
Ooh.
exactly this time for you to go in. You saw that this.
That's why you saw he decided to be patient in that instant as well.
You gotta keep it safe. This is game 5.
That's why you saw he decided to be patient.
Yeah, Samsora getting around, getting past him. This is very important when you shark people to not let them get past you. Very, very important. Sometimes easier said than done, of course, but it really hurts when it happens. Okay, actually did get the toe there. Might have been because he was very far away. Maybe slightly misspaced.
The turnip.
He doesn't have a jump.
Oh my!
Yeah, it probably was because he was a bit further out. Might work against that.
However, but MkLeo has been recovering from below the ledge, and right there he didn't have a jump.
Ooh,
But MkLeo has been
tomahawk grab,
recovering from the ledge, and right
falling down, not doing the aerial, gets the grab instead. Did not lead to anything there though.
But that third time that Toad's final hitbox not only hit him, it blasted him into oblivion.
because he was a little too far away from the ledge, but Samsora taking advantage of that situation.
Okay, great upper trade, but actually it clanked each other, but he popped up and Leo was right in that perfect up air territory. It is last stock. This might be where the tournament ends, ladies and gentlemen. Leo looking to close it out. Samsora looking for a reset. Which player wants this more?
And as crazy as it is, this is mentally even right now. He throws up
Oh, the stitch face.
Oh, this is tense right now. Samsora looking good.
my goodness, and the caliber of MkLeo.
Leo hitting
He
his
is
bread and butter.
insane.
Yeah, this side is really close.
Trying to contest Samsora approaching with these aggressive down airs too as he lands on top of trying to contest Samsora.
Yeah, turnip throws out of shield, very good as well. Side earlier as well.
Lands on top of
Turnip throw into dash attack.
Samsora, he is about 2 hits away now from getting it. Oh my god, near the back here.
Ooh, that looks so scary. That looked so scary. For a second it looked like Leo was gonna go for the second back here. But that was a good bait. It's actually very common, especially when it's like game 5, last stock. If you like, it's very common that people get afraid because you don't want to be off stage, right?
Oh my god.
Like 1, maybe 2 good more hits will kill him. So instead of like trying to force that last move, you jump out, make it look like you're gonna hit them, and then you go back instead, and then you force like. Or not force, but you increase the chance of people doing a panic move, like a Peach side B, a Fox side B, or so on, because they quickly want to get back to safety, and then you punish that instead. Oh, it actually oh my god. Okay, I did not think that was going to kill, actually. I really liked what Leo was doing, though. Jumping out, people get afraid, and then panic back on. Yeah, of course it pays off sometimes. So it's like, but yeah, it's a very common concept is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, overall, pretty good set for sure. I'm excited to see how these type of sets play out at Genesis with a few more weeks of practice. The thing is, fading away though would not have been worth the risk. It would not have been worth the risk. Rather that you take that little bit of damage and survive than dying if you get hit. Of course, it's easy to say like with the results in your hand, but yeah, it turned out very bad. Well, anyway, that's gonna be it for this set review, and yeah, now I'll take questions as well.